back again with another episode of Roofer Reflections, and I have Andrea here today. So we had your husband on, and you have a very unique story. So I'm looking forward to learning more about it.
So my husband and I have been together for about 7 years, but prior to that, I actually had been in the construction industry for quite a while. So I think that's one misconception, that when people meet me, they're like, oh, she's the roofer's wife. My dad is actually a contractor in the New Orleans area. I got into construction around 2005, which if you put New Orleans and that year together, you might remember that's the year of Hurricane Katrina. Immediately after Hurricane Katrina, I got involved in a lot of the relief efforts, and my main trades were roofing and drywall. And I loved them both. Eventually, I actually met my husband doing volunteer construction work, and we got married and I moved to Mississippi. At first, we worked for another construction company here locally, and then eventually my husband decided he wanted to get back out on his own. There came a point where he needed a little bit of assistance, and that's where I came into a role in the company as well.
The roofing and the initial stuff, is that sort of a focus that you selected to help with, or did you get sort of pulled into it because there was a need there? Like, how did that happen?
I actually mostly did office work in the initial phase. But then when I started to see the crews going out and doing the work, I thought, I want to at least try it. So I did go with a couple of them, and at first they just had me do some groundwork, and then eventually they said, why don't you come up and try, nailing on some shingles? And that was it. Once I nailed on a couple of shingles, I was like, I'm hooked.
You're doing things with your hands in the field, right? You did some office work in the beginning, and then you sew and you create digital art. How did the bookkeeping side come? I mean, is that just helping out in all these businesses that are surrounding your family?
The bookkeeping was born out of desperation. So there came a point where Caleb restarted his company. It was a little bit slow at first, but then he hit a point where he really started making some money, but we had no money. So I said, something is not right here. Where's all the money going? And while he initially opposed the idea of me, getting involved in that capacity, and I told him, look, just give me 6 to 8 weeks to do this. If you don't like it, then that's okay. Then I don't have to continue. 6 weeks passed, and Caleb was basically like, I never want to touch the finance side again. He's like, you can do that from now on. And I kid you not, that within that 2 month time frame, our lives completely changed.
You've been in and around the roofing industry, in the construction industry a lot. What do you tell people that are interested in possibly pursuing it as a career or a stepping stone?
That it can be a career. And setting things up right from the beginning is so crucial, right? Because otherwise, like with our example, had we never done the bookkeeping or budgeting side of things, I think we'd still be stuck in that same cycle of barely getting by. And I do see that a lot, not just in roofing, but in construction in general. And so, yeah, I'm not saying they have to contact me. Just make sure to do it right. Educate yourself on the financial side of things, because if you start with that foundation, then you can grow a healthy business that can support you and your family.